The Gamecocks opened up in the AP poll at number 13 in the nation. Are they too high? Are they too low? We'll discuss this all here on South Carolina Live at the Voice of College Football. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for tuning in on what should be a very, very fun little video. I'm your host, as always, Lucas Hill. Follow me on X at Lucas Hill SEC. Make sure you hit us up on all the socials as well. Follow the Voice of College Football at THEVOCFB. Want to thank our good friends, as always, over at Amazon for helping support the Voice of College Football. And for more information on that, here's Mark.
You can make a difference here at the Voice of College Football. Use the Amazon link. Financially contribute to the Voice of College Football without spending a penny. Same shopping experience. It's easy. Go to any video on any channel. Go to the description section and grab the link right next to the capital letters that say Amazon. Use that link, and Amazon will instantaneously convert to your account, settings, history, everything intact, just like whatever link you use right now. No difference. Pay no attention to the product that you see right there. Just go search what you want. Don't forget the Amazon link. Thank you for your support. Sincerely, the Voice of College Football.
So South Carolina is one of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 SEC teams that are ranked in the AP top 25. I think the coaches poll had only 10 or only 9, I believe. I could be incorrect, but again, it's going to be what do preseason polls matter at the end of the day? It really doesn't mean a whole lot up until we get to the actual part of the season. But a couple changes from the coaches poll compared to the AP poll. Ole Miss 6 places lower than what the coaches have them. Coaches have them at 15. Ole Miss at 21. Wow. A&M was 21. They're a top 20 program going into 2025. Tennessee dropped from 18 to 24 in the AP. BYU is not in the top 25. Utah is not in the top 25. I'm surprised Baylor is in 25. So that's just a few things that you need to look out for going into the 2025 AP preseason top 25. So what do I think about this? Overall, I'm fine with South Carolina being at 13th to start the season. I think it's reasonable. Do I think that Arizona State and Illinois are better than you? At this point in time, we'll see what the on-field product looks like. In my opinion, I don't know. I think Illinois and South Carolina are so close together at this point, and you saw it being put on display last year. Now, it could have helped if you had a few starters returning, but I do think that overall this is an even-keel team. I think both programs are very, very even at the end of the day. Miami at 10, though, kind of shocks me. I think that you could switch Illinois and Miami and put South Carolina at 12 and leave Miami at 13. But having Miami top 10 is kind of egregious. Merely stating. You know, I heard rumors that said that South Carolina could start the season 4 or 5-0 and they'd be in the top 20, number 1 team in the country, which I think is a bit much. I'm not saying that South Carolina is going to start 4-0, knowing that your first 4 games are going to be Virginia Tech, South Carolina State, Vanderbilt, and Missouri. Actually, it might have been Oklahoma that might have been the number 1 ranked team after starting 5 or 6-0 or something like that. But either or, guys, I think this is a reasonable ranking for a team like South Carolina to be at. I don't have an issue with it at all. I think it's reasonable, knowing what you have overall coming back to this program, knowing what you were able to do just to return the amount of production. And everybody is still crapping on what South Carolina has at the end of the day. I think overall this is a very, very reasonable place for South Carolina to be. I had South Carolina at like 13, 14, or 15. 13 is reasonable. So I don't have any issues with this at all. I think it's a reasonable place for South Carolina to be. No real changes for me at all. But other than that, Miami could potentially get moved, and South Carolina might get bumped a place if they switch with Miami. Because in my opinion, the only team that's not as good as South Carolina is, that's ahead of them, is Miami. And if that's the case, we're switching Miami. We're putting Arizona State. We're putting Illinois in the top 10, leaving Arizona State 11, and just switching South Carolina and Miami at the 12 and 13 position. So that's my overall thoughts on this, guys. I am excited for what the number 13 team in the country brings at the end of the day. Like Phil Steele said, this cat is Superman with what you have returning with Lenore Sellers. So overall, going to be a very fun season. I don't have any issues with this ranking at all. I think it's reasonable for South Carolina to be in there, and you're going to start to see them potentially by week 3 or 4. They'll be in the top 10 if they start off 3 or 4-0 by the time they get to LSU. So really excited for that one. Going to be a very, very fun season for South Carolina. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are in the comment section below. Make sure you follow me on X at Lucas Hill SEC. Follow the Voice of College Football at THEVOCFB. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Turn on that bell notification so that you are notified every time we go live here on South Carolina Live. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, stay blessed. Don't stress.